The crane you see behind me was specially selected for this project. It is the biggest mobile telescopic crane that Mammoet has in its fleet.
In this project, we are replacing the two existing BMUs by two brand new BMUs of the brand Mammoet. A BMU is used for maintaining facade, but also for replacing parts. And at the end, it's also responsible or a tool to check the facade. When there are failures in the facade, you can check with the BMU. This work needed to be performed because the two BMUs now placed on the rooftop cannot perform anymore any of those tasks. We try to keep the footprint as low as possible by limiting the impact on the traffic, by limiting the impact on the environment, and of course by streamlining each step along the process.
This job could also have been done with a crawler crane instead of this mobile crane. The only thing is that a crawler crane takes much more time to mobilize and has a lot of more freights. By the use of a mobile crane, you are always faster, but also have less transports.
We had two other options. The crane was the best option. First of all, we need a mobile crane to lift at such a height. And secondly, we need a partner on which we can rely. Having those two things set, this led us directly to work with Mammoet.
In the center of a big city such as The Hague, you have several limitations. First of all, you have to make sure that nobody comes in the lifting area. So a specialized planning is done on when do we lift what item. For example, crash decks have been placed on the roof, and during office hours we can lift up until 500 kilograms. All the heavier loads will be done outside office hours or in the weekend. Furthermore, by parking already all the equipment in Schiedam on our yard and having a just-in-time delivery, we impacted the public domain as least as possible. This crane is very unique because it is the only crane of this type Mammoet has in Europe. It's an LTM 11200, that will mean a 1200 capacity mobile crane. This crane is so big that the main boom, the telescopic main boom that is normally attached to the crane, is delivered by a separate transport and connected to the body right here on the spot. We can reach a hook height of 174 meters, and that is perfect for the building that's 146 meters high, and on the top of that building the facade maintenance equipment of our client Alimak is positioned. There have been taken into account several precautions in order to make the job as safe as possible. For example, we put a lot of pressure with this crane onto the surface. That's why we have positioned this crane on wooden mats in order to distribute the load to the allowable ground-bearing pressure.
As it is one of the tallest cranes in the world, it comes in with 50 to 20 trailers. And you can imagine that bringing it into a city like The Hague is very complex, but I must say that Mammoet did a really good job there. Both ways it goes very well. We are two teams, but we are working as one team.